Hello! Welcome to this cooking show. My name is Ruben, John L. Scott Real Estate. And this is cooking in houses. Because I'm a real estate agent pro, and everybody needs a house to cook in. So, we've got a little cooking channel going on. Now this recipe here, you can find it, I have a magazine coming out in August, and you're welcome to sign up for it. It's a free magazine, comes out every 4 months, and then it has some cooking recipes among various other home tips and all that fun jazz. But this one, it's a sweet carrot halva, and it will be included into the magazine. It's a very simple recipe to make. The longest thing is that waiting for the carrots to boil and soften. Now I've already softened them up, and by the by, I've never cooked this before. I haven't prepped it. This is gonna be a first time, and we're gonna do it in one shoot because I'm not re-cooking everything. So here we go. We got the carrots right here, and then right here we have the remaining ingredients. We've got some maple syrup, the tahini, sesame seeds, sugar, cardamom, some vanilla. Now it called for a vanilla powder, but I couldn't find any at my local store, so I'm just using regular vanilla. And then we've got some salt here. So start off, we've got our food processor, and we're just going to go ahead and puree these carrots. Make sure it's locked in. And we're supposed to get it into a nice smooth puree. So when you're cooking these carrots, they got to be pretty soft. That is looking pretty good. Yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, and then after we've got that all pureed, got our handy recipe here. Mix in the maple syrup and the tahini and flavor with the cardamom and vanilla powder. So, let's take this off. Mix in the tahini here. Got some maple syrup. Got the cardamom. And a little bit of vanilla. Yeah, that's about it. Alrighty. And we're just going to blend that right up there. While this is blending, go ahead and grab the bowl. Pour this in. Now this mixture comes with a sesame brittle to add to it. Take our spatula here. Work this down. And we'll blend it right in again. All right. Go ahead and set this stuff aside. Clean the blades off here. Now this this mix, it says it's supposed to keep for up to 4 days in the fridge. It's great hot, great cold. Well, maybe not hot, but can be excellent chilled. All right. Okay, so this is our tahini mix. For our final step, we make the brittle. Pretty simple. It's just melting sugar and then adding in the sesame seeds. Just gonna go ahead and throw this in. Sesame seeds on standby. Now this will heat up very quickly, and it'll start to melt. While the sugar is melting, you have to stir it constantly to keep it from burning. As soon as it starts to caramelize, then we're going to add in the sesame seeds, and as soon as those start to brown up, we're going to pull it right off and throw it onto onto a plate here. We've got a parchment paper for it to rest in. And you're looking for a medium to high heat. Medium to high heat on this one. Alright, sugar is starting to melt in. And if anybody has ever melted sugar, it's a fine line between cooking it and burning it. So you just have to keep stirring it until it's completely melted. Alright, pretty close. We're going to go ahead and add our sesame seeds. This is interesting. I've never really tried to make a sesame brittle before, but this is not. Alright, I'm going to pull it off the heat. Alright, I have to say this has been rather interesting. Figured it would have been a little bit more of a liquid type of pour. So we're just going to kind of flatten this out until it gets into a little bit more of a brittle, something flat. This is supposed to take about 10 minutes to rest for it to harden up. Try and pat it in here as best we can. Alright, so we're going to give that 10 minutes and we will see how it turns out. Alright, so while we were waiting for this to set, I went ahead and put a small amount into a cup. As you can see here, And we're just going to kind of take a little bit of this brittle, break it up and sprinkle it in here. And I did try it while we were waiting, at least the brittle. It was actually, it was quite delicious, if you like sesame seeds. But, so that is going to be it for today. Something very simple and basic. I'm going to try and put one of these out at least once a week with a new recipe. And for anybody who wants the magazine, just shoot me an email and let me know. And I'll put you on the mailing list. It comes out about every 4 months or 4 times a year. And if you want it, if you live here, you know, in the Washington Peninsula, or in the Puget Sound, Seattle area, more than happy to put you on the list. Once again, my name is Ruben, real estate professional, amateur cook, and hopefully this turns out to be a good recipe for you, and many more. Thank you very much for coming by.